If you're thinking about buying or selling a house in Queen Creek, Arizona, you probably want to know what the heck is going on in the real estate market here. So I'm here today to give you an update on the Queen Creek real estate market. I'm Dawn Forkenbrock, and I have lived in Queen Creek for 13 years, and I'm a realtor. I'm a mom of four, and I'm here to give you all the numbers and all the facts so you know what's happening in Queen Creek. So first, let's talk inventory. As of today, there are about 435 active listings in Queen Creek. So for buyers, what that means is you have a lot of choices. So gone are the days where you tell your agent your criteria and there's 10 options available. You're definitely going to have more options right now than you did in the past. Here's something interesting. Homes in Queen Creek are sitting on the market for about 82 days on average, which might feel slow, but that number is actually down from about 90 days ago, where we were seeing an average of 109 days on the market. So actually things are picking up in the last. Let's talk about price now. The median sales price in Queen Creek is sitting at about $668,000 annually, and the average sales price is at $788,000. Now, the reason those two are different, median and average are completely different. Median is where you literally take that middle number. If you were to spread out on a Word document all of the sales separated by a comma, and you just start eliminating the highest sale and the lowest sale one by one until you get to that middle price, that's the median. Average is where you add all the sales together and divide them by how many sales. And the reason we typically see that higher is because there are luxury properties in Queen Creek. So we could have a few $4 million, $5 million, $3 million homes close in a month. And so that can kind of skew that average sales price. So personally, for Queen Creek, I like median to give a better idea of what we're seeing in the market. The average sales price is also up from last year. So right now it's 788. It was 769 last year. So even in a slower market, we are slowly seeing that average sales price tick up. Another thing to pay attention to is the listing success rate and list price to sales price ratio. Right now in Queen Creek, sellers, if they are priced right, are getting about 98% of their list price. Keep in mind, if a seller starts up here and they drop to here, and then they get an offer within 98%, it's of this number, not this number. Our MLS doesn't have a way to tell us what is the listing list price to sales price from original list price. It's the actual list price at the time they accepted the offer, if that makes sense. And the listing success rate has dropped quite a bit. So that tells us that pricing is key in this market. Only 74% of listings in Queen Creek are actually selling during the contract with their realtor. We are at 3.6 months of inventory right now in Queen Creek, and typically 3 months and less is a seller's market, and anything at 6 months is going to be a buyer's market. So we are slightly favoring the sellers, but I will tell you, for some reason, it doesn't feel that way. Because the market is slower, it feels like the buyers have more an advantage. But if you look at the data, that's what the data is telling us. If you're a buyer right now, you can expect to get some sort of help from sellers, whether that's helping cover some or all of your closing costs and paying for a home warranty. Maybe it's coming down on price and getting a lower mortgage payment. But typically we are seeing sellers help and negotiate on something. If you're a seller, obviously that also applies to you. You can expect to receive those types of offers. Your house will sell. I promise you, as long as you're not way overpriced, your house will sell. It's just going to take longer than what you're used to. It's normal the first week on the market to get maybe a couple showings, but after that, one showing a week, maybe two, and there will be weeks you have no showings. All completely normal. A couple tips for sellers to get your house to move quicker. The biggest thing I see from buyers and hear from them, interior paint, guys. Like, I know it's expensive and it costs a few $1,000s. It is the best investment you can make when you're selling your home. Get the inside of your house painted a neutral color. Check with your realtor. Don't pick the color that you liked 10 years ago because you liked it. Pick what's in right now and what appeals to the masses, because this is for people to be able to envision themselves. It's not for you. So you might not like white or whatever's in at the moment. It doesn't matter. What matters is what photographs well, what shows well, and what the majority of people like. Sellers, keep your homes decluttered, have your home deep cleaned. With us and my team, we provide a professional house cleaning for all our sellers, because I think it's that important to have a spick and span home. Buyers don't want to see your dirty baseboards, your AC vents looking like they've never been wiped down, or your filters not changed out, toilet seats down, no stuff hanging down the toilet. All that stuff matters. Dirty carpet is a total turnoff for buyers. Buyers in this market, because rates are high and home prices are still high, affordability is a huge issue. So most buyers just want to go in and move into a house. They don't want to replace carpet. They don't want to paint the house. A lot of times sellers will think, well, I'm not going to pay that money because the buyer's just going to redo it anyway. It's not about that. It's about, first off, getting a showing. Second off, getting an offer. And buyers hardly have the money to even buy a house, let alone put in all this work after the fact. If your home does need a ton of updating, that's okay. It just needs to reflect in the price. Pricing is everything in this market. We have to price it for the market, guys. We can't shoot high anymore to see what happens. I hear that all the time, and I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. No showings, no offers. It's the same thing over and over. There you have it, guys. There's your summer July 2026 market update for Queen Creek. If you have any questions, or you're moving to Queen Creek, want to learn more about living here, thinking about selling in Queen Creek, reach out to me. I'm happy to set up a consultation. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.